Hello, hello. You thought we were dead, but we cannot be killed. It is me, Dio's Opinions, the lad. I am back with a set of, well, slightly new characters. Skorak is always here, but
Okay. I am omnipresent and eternal. It is both a blessing and a curse.
yes, but I am back with some slightly new boys. You may know us from another collaboration that we do weekly, but we're back to talk about our opinions on the current Gacha landscape. In a new season, as it were, of Gacha Hell. So I guess everyone introduce yourself. I'm Dia's Opinions. I assume everyone here will know who I am.
I am Skorak, the second most recognizable character in this cast.
I'm Seven Fire. They finally let me out of the basement.
And I am Kaiser MLG. I am a stranger on the internet with some strange opinions. Hi.
Oh wow! I always forget that you still remember my original intro and meme at me. Like, I I don't understand how you remember that original intro so much. Oh,
Some people just stick with you, bro. I don't know why.
I am the same. I do not understand why like Dimdom and Hosa and the people that are in the Discord a lot have stuck with me after my 3 month break. They're just here. Like, okay. Sure.
I think it's not your server anymore.
No, it's not. It's not even my Discord server anymore. They just hang out together. It's Dimdom's Discord server now. Oh, all right. But anyway, we are here to have a very serious discussion, okay, about motivation, scheduling, and all of that stuff to do with content creation. You know, I think it would be a very topical discussion to have right about now after my 3 month slash 1 week in air quotation marks break that I had from YouTube, where I was basically doing nothing other than like posting in the Discord every once in a while about things that will not be mentioned. Uh so we're going to have a nice discussion about like how it feels as a content creator to get that motivation to do the things that you need. We've had an episode that's kind of similar about this, about content creation before, but screw it, we'll have another one. New people. Everyone has different opinions on the same topic. And the one I wanted to really narrow in at the start here, motivation. How do you guys find the motivation to keep doing what you're doing, especially knowing that it's not a full-time job yet? Like, it's not giving you the income of a full-time job.
I don't.
I was thinking of making a joke like that. Like, it's bold of you to assume that I have motivation.
No, like, have you seen my upload schedule? It's like a mess, like nowadays.
I
don't find motivation. I don't find motivation from like editing. I just edit when I feel like it, and it's usually like what 1 day per week. So I like speedrun the whole video in like 1 day.
That is so. I'm actually very similar on that regard. I'm a very obsessive person, I'd say. Like, I don't like to watch shows as they're airing. Like, I'm not watching Chainsaw Man right now. Some people might think that's blasphemy, but I like to binge shows. I really like to binge shows rather than watching them weekly. So and I'm the same way. Like, I don't want to work on a video for like an hour a day. I'd rather bank all of those hours into one day and then blast it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Or are you the same?
Yeah, I'd say I am. Yeah, I'd say I am. Definitely.
A whole bunch of bingers in there. Nice.
No,
yeah, definitely on the binger club. I mean, how's it called? I'm trying to get more of a schedule going, you know, especially with the streaming going on lately. But you know, purely video creating, I am a binger.
I think that schedules are pretty healthy, but continue. Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, bro, I love scheduling, but real quick, I actually also I love binging when it comes to like working on stuff. I don't do it because it just with how life is right now, with like university going on and stuff like that, it's not possible to find entire days to dedicate to content. That just straight up is not possible. So I, as much as I would love to be a binger, I'm more of a splitter, I guess, because of how my life is right now. I just have like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the middle at some point, a couple of hours in the evenings that I kind of have to use for my videos. Like, I would love it if there was like a really healthy schedule where I have set days for certain things, but sadly, that's not possible.
Yeah, I understand. it and in terms of motivation, usually, so I've actually always been curious about this, and I've actually always wanted to ask this question to you guys. Uh,
Mm.
I think I might be a little bit weird in this because honestly, one of my big motivators a lot of the time is like anger or spite. I don't know if this is an healthy, but here we go. So like,
Yeah,
but
same thing.
okay, but when I see something, so the videos that I get to the quickest are like were some of the character design videos where like I was like, man,
Mm.
dude, I really don't like Eunectus's design, and a whole bunch of people are telling me that Eunectus's design is awesome. They're crazy.
It's me.
Uh,
I am people.
You
without
are the dude that told him that Eunectus's
yeah,
design is
without
awesome.
without getting into another debate, like I did not like her design a
Yeah.
lot, so I was like, man, I'm just gonna bust out this video, and I just like worked on that video for a lot, anytime that I could, and I got it done. Where or I guess anger and spite are just like strong emotions. Like if I don't feel very strongly about a video, it's going to be a lot harder to find the motivation to actually work on it. I feel obviously.
Yeah,
I get it.
absolutely.
Anger, like emotions in general, can just motivate you a lot. Like, for example, when I go to the gym, like anger can be really motivating. Just thinking about people that piss you off as you fucking bench 100 kg, hyperbolically speaking, right? Really can get you going. And when it comes to videos, I also think like after doing YouTube for over 2 years, at this point, I have just come to really enjoy the process of making videos. Like the sheer joy that just sitting down and working on one gives me absolutely is a motivational factor and makes me put in way too much time into it than I probably should.
I definitely wouldn't say anger is a big motivator for me, at least. Like, I'm not that type of creator. Because anger
Mm.
for me is a very fleeting sort of thing. Like, okay, I'll be angry at something. I'll be really pumped up, really fired up to like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like, no, I'm kind of done with that now.
It burns brightly and then it sputters out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it kind of burns fast.
It does. I would
The
agree it
thing
does.
with me is probably opening the Premiere, opening the editor is like the hardest part.
Bro.
Not like
Oh,
editing,
bro, yeah.
opening the editor.
I fear that so much. Like honestly, like if I actually start working on something, I'm turning into a factory. But opening the programs and necessary stuff to begin with, that's a hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that once I've started working on something, I will eventually finish it. Especially if
Mm.
I'm in the editing process of something. But yeah, it can be rough sometimes to actually find the motivation to actually open that because just
Mhm.
thinking about all the stuff that needs to be done, you're like, man, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to get fine footage of this one really unique and stupid thing that I have to for this.
Yeah, yeah. Especially at the start of it, if you have like, okay, I have like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of recorded footage, I have to find visuals for every single second. It's gonna take long, and you see this pile of work in front of you.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this before. The most of my videos don't even make it to editing process. Like I get stuck a lot in the processes before that. So finding the motivation there can be really rough. Like Audacity and me have a hate relationship.
Yeah.
Like I fucking hate that program and it hates me. The amount of time that it takes me to open Audacity so I can actually start recording my voice is a lot because I do not like that process at all. I do not like. I've spoken about this before. I do not like recording myself very much. It's my least favorite part of the.
Yeah, same.
Well,
Like I just started like recording myself and I feel like cringe. Like
yep.
you kind of understand what I'm saying, right? Like after like the listening to the recording for like just like checking if it's like actually recorded or not. You can feel like the cringe like flowing through or something like that.
I had that in the
It,
beginning as well,
The
but after like a
cringe
couple of
flow
months,
through you.
the cringe flowing through my veins.
See, it's not even like I used to be really. I used to feel that cringe as well myself, but more
yeah.
than that, I'm just bad at it because well, so trying to get certain lines across with certain emotion, and so my mic is really bad. My audio quality and something like this and in my streams is going to be a lot different than my videos. And that's because I don't want my videos to sound like this, mainly. But like, man, I trying to get certain lines across with the emotion that you want in order to have jokes
Yeah.
land. I'm so bad. It takes me so long. I have recorded the same exact sentence 50 times. That might not even be an exaggeration, just like over and over and over again. And I'm like, no, that's not right. It's like, oh, that's not right. Like, man,
How do you handle that though in the pre-production stage? Like when you write your scripts, because I know that you write scripts, do you like write something down when it comes to how you want to pronounce shit,
yes.
or
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So because I a lot of the time, I have two kinds of jokes in my videos. One are jokes that I'm saying. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh, Johnny Silvercheeks in the Cyberpunk video, I called Lucy Johnny Silvercheeks, instead of Johnny Silverhand because her ass is everywhere, in the show.
Classy.
That is a joke that I knew I was going to be saying beforehand in pre-production, and I specifically planned it out. However, there are a lot of other jokes that are made in post-production when I'm editing. When I am figuring out, like, I'm like, man, there hasn't been a joke in a while, and I just put something funny on screen. It's about 50-50. There are a lot of jokes that are like, there's a Danny DeVito in the corner, and you're gonna be confused about that maybe if you see it. But there are also a lot of jokes that I'm like specifically planning out to say, and those ones take me forever to do in Audacity. Didn't sound quite right. I want to pause at a certain time, and
that, by the way, is I think one of the most fun, like off topic, is one of the most fun things about video making. Just putting random little references at small parts of the video for like 1 millisecond, and then
yes.
seeing whether somebody in the comment section will see them. That's actually
Yes,
fun.
it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
It brings like a lot of joy. For example, have you seen my Link video, the 1 hour one? You don't have to watch it, but
Not the
like,
whole
I
thing.
have not watched the full
yeah,
hour.
Yeah.
not the whole thing, not the whole thing. It's kind of understandable. But Dio, in your server, Hosa actually watched the whole thing,
Jesus Christ.
and like she understand like the whole reference I put in it, like the whole 1 hour. I put like references like in like a few minutes, every few minutes. So like every like 10 minutes, I put like one reference or something like that. She understands like all of them.
I'll even do it in my own in the Gacha How videos. Like I know it's a podcast, but for those of you that pay attention, a lot of the time I edit these, and a lot of the time I will put like small references into the like that center frame that are very funny, or like there will be jokes that like only certain people will know that actually watch the videos instead of listen to them as a podcast. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying that like they're like, I love doing it. I'm not doing it so that you pay attention. I'm doing it because I love the idea that one of you stupid idiots is going to be watching a podcast instead of listening, and they're gonna go, "What the hell? What? Why?" That brings a whole bunch of joy to me. I wonder what I'm going to put at this section in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna make sure to check it out. See
Oh
what
yeah,
you
you
put.
you don't edit, correct? Do you?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, no.
So how is that
Right,
how is that relationship with Raxi then? Like, has Raxi ever done something and you're like, oh, that's how you took that? Or do you talk to him a lot during the
Uh,
editing process?
it's the thing is that me and Roxy, like, I mean, most people already know that, but we're brothers, right? We kind of get each other. I feel like to a certain extent. Like, there's never been an issue with me and him in like communication. You know, that may have just been luck thus far, but it's been
So has there ever been a time
I think it's
where
because we know each other.
has there ever been a
For so
time
long.
where you're like, oh, I kind of wanted it to be that way. Not like it was like a big deal, but you're like, oh, I didn't expect him to do it that way.
No, I can't really think of any times now. Maybe I just forgot, but I think every time it's been,
when Raxi are soul
either
bonded.
what I wanted or something better than what I wanted. So,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
yeah, because Raxi is an amazing editor.
Yeah.
So I imagine you're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
that's not just like that wasn't what I wanted. It's like that
Yeah.
wasn't what I expected, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's not what I exactly thought of, but fuck what I thought of. This is better.
Yeah. I wonder what it would be like to work with an editor. That
Same,
is
bro. I can't imagine that.
yeah, that would be so weird because a lot of the time,
It's kind of like,
yeah, I would have to imagine like I have to talk to them, right? I wouldn't
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't be able to just like send them the script because again I make my scripts wanting very specific scenes over very specific jokes. Like I knew that I wanted
Mhm.
so there's a scene in Cyberpunk where Lucy like jumps onto like the stroller, the hospital stroller is like riding it across, and it's like very clearly they're showing her buttocks.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show that scene with best anime of the year tagged onto it when I said Johnny Silversheets. It's like that is the whole joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's the one package. So I feel like I'd have to work rather closely with the editor. The way that I make my jokes and the way that I make my scripts are tied into what scenes I want to. I'm always thinking about.
Like, I don't know if that
Fair.
analogy really works, but have you guys ever been to a restaurant and you got served something that
Yeah.
kind of isn't what, but you don't want to say, please give me
You
what I
don't want.
wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a relationship I would have with my editors. They like do something, I wanted it to be different, but I'm still gonna take it because like, no.
Oh no! So funny story about that, Kaiser. What's the record that you've ever had for getting your order wrong?
I never tell them that my order is wrong.
Oh, you
bro. I
never
just
tell
eat
them.
what I
You
get.
never tell them.
No,
So
no,
never-
never. I would rather eat a raw steak than to say, no, give me my steak well done, bro. They put an effort into there. I appreciate it. I got what I wanted.
I've never done it, but I was with a family member, and we're at this
Yeah.
restaurant. They get the order wrong once, and everyone laughs. Everyone's like, "Ah ha ha!" And she just wanted a chicken
Yeah.
sandwich, and she goes, "Hey, can I have a chicken sandwich? It's fine. Like I'll pay for it and everything like that." Like she was willing to like take the food home and give it to someone else. She was just ordering more food. They got the order wrong again. Like, oh, haha, no, it's fine. Like, can I just have my chicken sandwich, please? And by the way, like, it wasn't like they were getting like they put onions on. No, they were giving us just the wrong food. They give us like a hamburger and then like chicken strips instead of a chicken sandwich.
I pay to be a
And-
fly in the wall of that fucking
Yeah.
kitchen.
And then just like, can I just please have my chicken sandwich? And then they got it wrong a third time, and she just ate the food.
Oh, no.
Like,
No.
like, I'm done. I'll just eat the food. It's fine. Like I don't know. Like they were
You're
really,
gonna
really.
eat that chicken.
It was a really, really busy restaurant. Like there were a ton of people
Mhm.
in the restaurant, and I think that there were only. I looked up, and there were only like 2 waitresses. So it's
Yeah.
completely like it was probably just like oh god, maybe she was
Yeah.
new or something like that. Like I don't know what kind of bad day she
Right.
was having, but like holy shit, from our point of view, it was you're like what is going
Yeah, that's the
on?
thing. Like most of the time when something gets wrong, it's not because they are stupid, but because it's a busy
Oh,
day
yeah,
or they're
yeah.
new or something and you don't want to get them into trouble. So I just eat it, bro.
Oh, it was
I
very
don't
funny.
need
We,
this
we
shit.
ordered a lot of food then. We took it all home.
I will ask for the food I ordered, right? I just won't be a dick about it, right? It's like, yeah, I get it, busy day. But I did order and pay for something.
Funnily
like
enough,
to
I
get
never had that problem.
Really, never. That's impressive.
Yeah, I
Never.
You come to my local
So-
McDonald's, you'll have that problem.
Bro, if you go to
Do you wanna
McDonald's, you
know
already
how
have it.
having
don't-
that
I
problem
don't
feels
go-
like?
I don't go to like a fast food restaurant. I just order it and like they go to me, not like I go to them.
Like DoorDash
I just
and
order.
Grubhub.
It's even faster food.
It's even
Yeah, we have like
faster.
a
Yeah.
thing here in
There's like no kitchen here, so yeah.
we have a
Mm.
thing here in Greece called food, and it's kind of like that, and that's what I use
Yeah.
usually.
The DoorDash.
I don't like
We're-
ordering food.
We're
Bro,
we're
Yeah.
a little sidetracked here, but no, let's continue.
no, let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's continue talking about food, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the process of ordering food, I don't like it because, like, you're gonna have to sit around. You don't know what you can do in the times before the delivery guy arrives. You don't know how much time you have left. How much do I have to wait until I get to eat? What can I do in this time? And then a random person has to enter your home. It's like at this point, I just walk down to the Bossman shop around the corner, bro, and walk home again.
So
It's not worth it.
it's very useful to me because I live in a very rural I live in the country.
Rural.
And man, it is 45 minutes to the nearest town, either east or west from me.
Oh,
So
wow.
my only
Oh, fuck.
in a car. So my only options are to either drive 45 minutes myself, cook my own food, which sometimes is an annoying option, or to order DoorDash. So I order DoorDash. I wouldn't say like a lot, but like I do it every now and again. And it's like it just is what it is, because like that's just like it's just like, man, I could go drive down, but that's gonna be 45 minutes in a car to the nearest Wendy's. What's the tax on DoorDash?
No, fair enough. I mean, I also live pretty like isolated. I'm not really like outskirts of civilization. It's relatively close, right? But it still can get a bit of a hassle, especially with my crippling anxiety. I don't like getting in cars. I have a license.
wait,
I don't
honestly-
like driving.
True. I hate driving. That's giga based. I shouldn't say the F word too much, but I do not like driving at all.
It's too late.
Driving.
It's too late, Dio.
Driving sucks.
Yeah, no, driving's. I don't know.
I would prefer if I just
Speaking of
never had to do
DoorDash,
it.
so
Speaking
I
of what?
don't-
Oh, DoorDash. Yeah.
speaking of DoorDash, my brother just brought me a pizza. I now have pizza accompanying me on this recording, so
Nice.
that's nice.
Funnily enough, I'm ordering kebab right now.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of like little small things, so I know that when I had a funny DoorDash story as well. Oh, this one's hilarious. Okay, hold on, backing up because this requires me to explain a decent amount about my situation. Okay, so backing up, I was really hungry one day because I forgot my lunch at work. Okay, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna order a pizza at work for my home. I usually order DoorDash on my PC, not on my phone. So I had to download the app. I did not know that there was a setting on the DoorDash app that will allow them to order to this location instead of I just didn't type in my address because I thought I saw where I live, like the town I live, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the right address without looking. Other thing you need to know about me, my phone is 7 years old and does not work properly all the time. I get off work that day at 7:30. So at about 7:30 or 8, they're supposed to DoorDash this pizza to this location. I go home, I'm like, they say it's delivered, and I go, well, no, it's not here. I look down at the address. It's not my address. It's somewhere in my town. What had happened was that DoorDash tried to order it to my location, but my GPS was all messed up because my phone is 7 years old and doesn't know how to walk properly. All right, like it's an old man. He's near the cane to get around. So it sent it to a random house in my city.
Oh, wow.
Well, those people were blessed on that day. Fuck.
Oh, no. I go to get it. No. You misunderstand. No. You think I'm a
ordered my food.
I'm a Giga Chad. So I find it, and no one's home because the random location in my city that it gets delivered to is an abandoned elementary school.
What
the
fuck? I need you to. This DoorDash driver gets a call to order a pizza and this is the day before Halloween. This is the day before Halloween. Gets a DoorDash call to go to an abandoned elementary school and drop off a pizza the day before Halloween at 8 p.m. And they didn't.
What a fucking Chad.
It was there. I ate that pizza that day. I ate that pizza that day.
Went to an abandoned elementary school, delivered the pizza, and just left.
Yes.
Fuck.
The Giga Chad, me being a Giga Chad driving out to get my pizza, them being a Giga Chad delivering the fucking pizza to an abandoned elementary school.
Oh, fuck delivering a pizza to an abandoned school. I would just eaten it myself and lost my job, bro. That's not worth it.
They did not care. They were like, I'm going to get that money, get that mansion. They walked right up to this abandoned elementary school and dropped off the pizza.
Money is more important.
Money is more important. We ordered
Oh.
pizza at school once in like high school, and we got shouted at by the teacher. That
Oh.
was kind of weird.
They probably thought it was a ghost or something. I didn't
The
know
ghost
ghosts.
of pizza's past.
Yeah, ghost likes meats lover pizza. I guess. Oh, that was I will always remember that. That was hilarious. I apologize, DoorDash driver, if you're out there. I'm sorry. If you know who you are, you know. I didn't mean it. It was delicious though. Thank you. Anyway, getting back on track. Motivation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, is there anything else anyone wanted to say about motivation? Or
Motivation is driving down to an abandoned elementary
Yeah.
school.
yeah, she had some motivation. That DoorDash driver has some motivation. Let me tell you, a lot more motivation than I
He
do.
was-
Food can be motivating.
Just approaching.
So I wanted to hone in on something Skorak said earlier. I think that my motivation in general can be rather fickle. I think that it can be rather. I think it's a rather fickle thing in general. Like there are times when I'm really motivated, and there are times that I think it just has to do with me being again like a obsessive personality where I will want to do things really really badly in the moment. And I think that mine lasts longer than most people's because I click on something for like at least a week, and then if it lasts longer than that, then I'm like really burnt out. I actually have a really bad habit of burning out of things because of that. That I
This is
would like to fix for you.
This is actually a quite interesting topic. Have any of you ever been fully burnt out on creating content?
Yes, multiple times.
I was once.
Oh.
That was when I took my break, and I guess I can talk
Ah.
about it now.
Which one?
So, the long one. I've taken breaks before, but not this long.
Yeah. I'm joking.
My PC died. Multiple parts went faulty, and I was in the middle of making a whole bunch of videos. As I said, like I worked on a video a lot, and then I stopped, and I worked on a video a lot, and then I stopped, and it wasn't the same video. I had multiple videos. I had a Guilty Gear Strive video. I was working on the Cyberpunk video, and there was another video, and also there was the solo session that I was working on. That is lost to time and will never be
man.
speaked
We
about.
don't talk about
Yeah.
that.
And I lost all of them. All of them were gone into the aether. The Cyberpunk video specifically was almost done, and I had to recreate it from scratch. And I lost all of my motivation because it wasn't. So what I like about the editing process is finding solutions to problems almost, where it's like, oh man, how do I want to describe visually what I said? Like, how do I want to do that? Or like, what little things can I add? I already did all that, and now I just have to do it again. I have to go find those same images online. I have to go download them. I have to make the text match the butt perfectly as it's sliding down the like. It was miserable, and I just didn't want to do it.
The joy was kind of gone. At that
Yeah,
point.
my joy was completely gone. I was completely burnt out
Yeah.
on content creation.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I had that problem like multiple times since can I even say this? My Premiere Pro is not even original.
I see.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
My Premiere Pro is pirated and it's usually crashed, so I have to open it from zip again, like
Oh,
export it out
Oh
and
no.
open it again.
have you tried switching to DaVinci? It's
No,
great.
I
Oh,
was
just
not.
use Keenan last
Have
time.
you
Just
seen?
use Keenan
I
last
have Dim Dom talk to me like almost every day, and I hear him like complain about DaVinci.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's great. Unironically, DaVinci's fine. It's a kind of heavy though, so if you don't have the best PC, it might have trouble running it.
How's it called?
Yeah.
Roxy is actually trying to make me learn DaVinci, to make me learn how to edit now that I have the new PC that actually can like do stuff.
Mhm.
It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting process.
I think that
I'm going to
yeah.
continue to stay in Keenan Master, bro.
Yeah.
Best software on the planet.
Editing is funny. I don't think it's very hard. You just have to be creative. Like again, it's a creative whatchamacallit, but yeah.
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 It isn't really hard, you could say. Hell, my first video in Premiere Pro was a .exe video.
Yeah, it only gets hard if you're going to the tabs of DaVinci you're not supposed to, like Fusion. We don't talk about Fusion. I mean, okay, so Fusion's not that complicated. We don't talk about color. We don't talk about it. Anyway.
I I heard you can't even change color in like DaVinci.
Oh, what do you mean you can't change
There's
color?
no like it's a really hard process compared to like in Premiere Pro.
Oh, to
What
like
the fuck
change the
is
color of a
changing color?
clip? To change the color of a clip?
Uh,
Or like an
yeah.
object? Yes. Yeah, it is kind of difficult in DaVinci. It's kind of annoying.
It's so easy in KineMaster. There's literally like a
Yes.
toggle for it, and you can select the color.
Yeah, same. In Premiere Pro is also the same.
It's because DaVinci has a whole the good part about DaVinci is that it has a whole bunch of things that allow you to get really technical. So like you not only can you change color, but you can like change the color of like specific things with like kind of like masking pseudo layers and stuff like that. But like you have to know what you're doing.
Oh,
You have to get in. And you can like do masking and stuff like that in DaVinci, but you have to know how to use the fusion tab and maybe the color tab. You can do a lot in DaVinci because it is an actual like heavy like filmmakers use this a lot in order to like edit their like films. Like many films have been edited in DaVinci Pro. But it can be a nightmare to actually do anything. And a lot of the times they don't have like the shortcuts, like those sliders that you were talking about to like, oh, here's the easy slider to change the clip's color. They're like, no, do it yourself. Here's the tools. Here's the hammer, here's the wrench. Get to it. So if you don't know what you're doing, it can't be really annoying to use DaVinci. Sometimes if you want to do like random like so a lot of different stuff with the DaVinci is already easy. Like it's not super hard, but then like every now and again you're like, I wonder how would I do that? And you look it up and you're like, oh, never mind, I don't want to do it anymore.
How do I do that? So I changed my mind.
I changed my mind. We're gonna figure another way out to do this scene. You know, it's gonna
how to
Yeah.
do it? That's step one. Do a ritual. Step two, profit.
do a ritual to summon the great ones. And you can use things like they're not plugins. What are they called? I always forget it. There are ways like templates that you can use for DaVinci that are already pre-made that will help you sometimes.
Preset.
Yeah, like presets and stuff. There's a specific term for
Yeah.
them, but I'm forgetting them.
Wait,
LUTs.
holy shit!
LUTs. So if you go to like fresh LUTs and stuff like that, you'll be able to find them. They're basically presets. And those can help you a lot.
Okay, so my introduction video just played like in like my opera, so I was like scared shitless. Holy shit! What the fuck? Since like for like the first few seconds of my introduction, there was like a man screaming sound effect.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do I
so
want to know what's going on in your opera? Anyway, so burnout. We're on burnout.
Speaking real quick though, speaking of shitless, bro, to anybody watching this, I want to give a quick shout out. If any of you want to get into content creation or Agnes content creation or any other content creation, download KineMaster. You can make all of your videos on mobile. You don't need a good PC. This was not an ad. It just works. And I'm tired of people pretending that it doesn't.
no. KineMaster is for the weak. Use InShot.
Insert is shit. I actually tried it at the beginning, but it sucks. Same as
yes,
iMovie.
it's fucking shit.
Every time you say that program, I think that I don't actually remember the name, but I think there's like a FGO YouTuber called like Kira Master or something like that. And every single time I think you're talking about them. Because I used
Do
to
you know why
watch them.
KineMaster is the best though? Because with InShot and stuff, you cannot edit out the watermark. But when you export a file in KineMaster, you can crop it in your phone's gallery in order to cut out the watermark. So you don't even have to pay for the thing if you don't want to. With InShot, it doesn't work.
Funny enough, Kaiser, I think my InShot was bugged. So I watched an ad for like 30 minutes and I got it like for free. So the watermark disappeared.
Hashtag blessed.
Big ol' bless. Yeah, so burnout. Burnout on content creation. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I've already said my piece.
I've never had it.
I've been
burned out with life once.
Never had burnout on content creation. You said that you find joy in just like making the videos themselves, right?
Yeah, there were parts where I was gone from YouTube for quite a while, where I took just like a break of like a month or two. But that was just due to like it wasn't a break. I was just so busy doing other things that I couldn't do videos. That was what that was. But proper burnout on YouTube? I don't think so. No.
Impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive. I I don't know. The burnout for me has always kind of been weird, right? I hear about burnout, right? And I can't really relate most of the time because I'm kind of trying to understand how that feels. Because for me, it's never been about burnout, right? It's about how hard is it for me to sit down and do it. Because
Mhm.
if I go down and start writing, I will always write. There's never a moment where I cannot, I cannot come up with something to write. And usually I'm pretty happy with what I do. It's just that at sometimes I have more or less motivation to do it. I'm never stuck when I want to do it. So I don't know if that's also a sort of burnout or that's something else.
This is kind
No,
of.
that's just that you're lazy.
Yeah, I am pretty lazy. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll admit it. You know.
Same here
The-
with most things in life, apart from YouTube.
I feel like, so you remember how you were talking about how your anger is very fleeting? Burnout
Yeah.
can be the same way, where like you feel really, really motivated. So yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's not like you go below average, so to speak. It's like something that you were really motivated to do and you not super motivated to do anymore. Uh
Mm.
that can be burnout, right? Where every sorry, every day you were like waking up, you're like, oh man, I can't wait to do this thing. And then one day you wake up and you're like, eh, I guess I'll do it. Like that can be burnout. And that can be really frustrating because where before you had a ton of motivation to do something. Um, it's just kind of like you're doing it now, I guess.
Mm. Fair enough. For me, it was always weird because some people describe burnout as like you can't do it. You know, you
It,
sit down and you don't know what to write, you don't know what to, and like I've never had that.
yeah, I think you
So
had
let's
mentioned
just
on
leave
a
it.
I
you
mean,
mentioned on a
that
previous
doesn't
Gacha
really
no.
exist.
Well, no, it
Mm.
writer's block. That's why Skrark said that he had never.
Um,
Yeah, Skrark
no,
said that
but
he
I
had never
feel,
had writer's block before.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube is not only about writing, right? It's also about executing and stuff. And I
Well,
personally
Yeah,
feel
I've never.
I might be like projecting a bit or like being weird about this, but I feel like there's not really such a thing as fully burning out on creating content. It's more like sometimes you just feel lazy and don't find the discipline to just sit down and make a video. Like, because if you really set your mind to it and you've done it a couple of times already, or like done it for a couple of months or years, you can just sit down and make a video even if you don't feel like doing it.
So you can, but I feel like when people are talking about motivation to find something to do something, it's not just discipline. It's feeling that everything that you are doing is like soulless and not as good as you want it to be, right? Like never being satisfied with your
Mm.
work is a part of burnout as well. The like when you
Okay.
sit down, you're just like, yeah, I mean I don't really want to do it, but I'll do it anyway. And then you spend 2 hours and you just like really don't like the video that you've made because your heart wasn't in it. That can feel even worse than not doing it sometimes. Like you sit down, you're like, man, I really don't like the thing I made, and I kind of just like don't want to. I kind of just want to like go re-edit it. Like that can feel miserable sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, that is kind of why I'm kind of differentiating what I have from normal writer's block because when I sit down to do that, right, even when I'm really like lazy about it, not motivated, I don't really feel any drop off. I am perfectly happy with what I make when I'm motivated and when I'm not. I don't know why.
You know, a lot of people do have very different. Like a lot of people create much better things when they're motivated. And stuff.
Hmm.
So
If
Yeah,
you
fair
guys,
enough. I get that.
they can feel it. So like you can push a video through. Going to that person, it's going to feel like, man, this is kind of not what I wanted, and that can be a really crippling.
kinda
Fair enough.
kinda a bit sidetracking, but how do you guys feel when you look at your own content? Both like during the process of making it, when it's finished, and like a week after it's finished. How do you look at your content? Do you always sit down and say, "Oh yes, this is like perfection," or
It's perfection.
no, not perfection,
Uh,
but like, are you always 100% proud of everything that you did?
No,
Because I'm
Guys, guys, I'm gonna take my food first. So be right back.
okay.
you know what? I
really
think I'm gonna side towards yes with that.
uh-huh.
I wouldn't say
Because
100%, but I'm always happy that I did it. right? I'm always happy that I sat
Oh
down
yeah,
and I
that's
started something and I finished something.
no, but that's a different thing. Because like while I'm also always happy about the fact that I sat down and made my videos, I don't know if this is being too self-critical, but I never really like my own videos in the sense of like the moment I rewatch it, even if I pour my heart and soul into the video, I'm never gonna sit down and be like, okay, it's a 10 out of 10 video. I always just get the feeling of I should have done better.
So I'm more similar to Kaiser here, where I understand where both of your points are coming from. I am proud when I look at any of my videos. Wow, I did that. I had an idea, I spent a whole bunch of time, and I finished something. But at the same exact time, because I made it, I am hyper aware of all of the small mistakes that I made and did not fix. Like every single time, it's like, oh, Mike did a little thing there. That's kind of or I didn't have enough time to edit that thing, and like there was or like, oh man, I thought of something way better afterwards, and I just go back and edit that now. Like there's like every time I watch my own videos, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy I made this. I wish I would have made it better.
Yeah, and this is unrelated to a video's performance, by the way. I'm not talking about like I'm more critical of the worst performing videos. I actually am. Like, because it's just a given. If a video does not perform well, I go and sit down what has gone wrong. But even with the videos that have like 100K views, fuck off with being cringe. Nothing about that is cringe. If a video is Fun fact here, if a video performs worse than your average videos, you have the obligation to sit down and see what you have done wrong in order to see whether you are not just wasting your audience's time. That's your responsibility as a content creator.
I think that, so I say it's cringe because you need to be really careful with that, because sometimes a video doesn't do well just because, dog. Like, sometimes a video doesn't do well because you're an Arknights content creator, you try making something that's not Arknights, and the YouTube algorithm goes, that's not your lane, stay in your lane, and then your video dies. Like, that's just, sometimes that just happens, and it is what it is. Like, I don't think that, like, so I think that it is a fallacy, it is false that your video's performance is tied directly to the quality of the video. Sometimes
no, but that's a technicality.
I don't think that's I think that that's a majority. I don't think that's a technicality.
No, I disagree, because you see, you uploaded for example, you on your channel specifically, you uploaded a video on why visual novels are a dying genre. The average Arknights player does not watch visual novel videos, but it got you like what, 15,000 views? That's more than you have subscribers. That video worked. So there's a reason for that.
The driver was weird as fuck. Jesus Christ.
Like, to some extent.
I'm sorry, Scorek?
I think to some extent that was also luck.
No, luck is not involved in content creation.
It's not entirely luck. Well,
not entirely.
I think that
I'm back.
I'm not trying to fucking to dunk on
back, Para.
I think
the driver was weird. Was weird as fuck. Jesus Christ.
Like, back.
I explicitly told him to like drop it off in like the lobby, and he literally called me.
He wanted to know, okay?
Like,
he wanted to make
what
sure.
What a weird guy for wanting human-to-human interaction. What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, imagine.
He just wanted to check on you, okay? He wanted to make sure you were doing okay. He wanted to give you food.
He want to make sure that the guy that order's still alive.
Yeah, exactly. No, so I think that there is some luck involved in content creation. There has to be. But there are ways to game the system. And I think that so the visual novel video, you bring that up, right? The visual novel video did good because I don't think that most people that play Arknights are going to also like visual novels, but I do think that it is a decently shared audience. But
so should be Cyberpunk Edge runners, right? Yeah, absolutely.
To some extent. But I 100% do not feel like the videos that have done really bad on my channel are worse videos than the videos that have done good on my channel. Now, you could say that I'm trying to capture different audiences, right? That the audiences that I'm trying to capture aren't the same. I don't think I'm wasting your time then. I still think that I'm providing a quality product and you're just not interested. Fine. I'm entirely fine when videos don't. Yeah, I'm fine when video. So again, when I hit the render button I am always certain that I am proud of what I have made to a decent extent.
Yeah.
Because I am
Yep.
very meticulous and I will not launch a video unless I am proud of it, with one exception, but I've already talked about it. And
We know
and
all
so
about that.
regardless of whether or not it does good or not, I'm never going to sit down and say, oh man, a video didn't do good. That must mean that my video is worse than the videos I've made in the past. Because I
No,
know
no,
that
no,
that's
no.
not
Yeah,
true.
no.
No, that's also
I
not what
will.
I meant. It was like, real quick, because I wanted to clarify. I don't think that every video that performs badly or poorly does mean that you are wasting people's times. I'm saying that it's your obligation to check whether that's the case, you know? Because sometimes a video's failure does not only rely on the bad title and thumbnail, it can also rely on the fact that you made a video that straight up nobody cares about, that is not interesting, that nobody wants to see. That's just a pill that you have to swallow sometimes. And for example, let's say a video performs poorly, right? It does below average views. But if you then check your analytics and see that the people who actually decided to click on your video, they stayed until the end, you know, it has the same video retention that your average videos has, and the comments are positive, the likes and dislikes are positive, then you are not responsible for the failure, but the title and thumbnail. However, if even those few people who clicked on the video decided to drop off after like the first couple of seconds, it has the retention of like 25%, and the likes and dislikes are not positive, and nobody in the comment section says, damn, that was a good video, then you have done something wrong, objectively.
I don't. So, is it objectively? Hold on. I have a question. So this is very fascinating. Okay, good. I knew Kaiser would be hilarious because I knew that me and Kaiser are
very
disagree on a
passionate
lot of
about
things.
this
Yeah.
topic.
So, okay, question. Okay, backing up here. Ooh, I love this. Okay.
Yeah.
If I post art and no one watches it, have I failed?
No, you've just.
And why do you say
So
that I've done
this
something
is
objectively wrong?
different. No. Yeah. Defined wrong, because the thing is, it could be, this is a technicality because it depends on the piece of art. If you have created a piece of art with a potential target audience that is smaller than the amount of family members that live at your home, you cannot be surprised about the fact that nobody wants to see it. That's
No,
just the facts of the matter.
So if you're saying that, what if I'm fine with only my family members watch? Because I'm not trying to capture an audience. I'm just trying to post what I want, and anyone who can listen can listen, right? If I let's say that because I see all of my videos as essentially there's like a free stage somewhere on a park, like one of those Shakespearean stages, and I just get up and like, want to listen, you can listen, like it's fine. I'm chilling, like I'm just gonna say what I want to say because I think that I have interesting things to say. If you want to listen, that's fine. Like I'm not going to try to like grab everyone's attention and go, everyone should hear me because my opinion is so amazing. It's like, these are my opinions.
No, of course.
I'm just a dude on the internet, you know. Like I'm just a stranger on the internet with some strange opinions, and if you want to listen to them, then it's fine. That's why, like, I don't like if 500 people come comparatively to 5,000, I don't think I failed because I am very. I feel very strongly about the opinions that I say. So, like, I'm not going to second. I'm not going to second guess my opinion.
This is the thing. You have a completely different approach to content in that regard, right? You do it completely as a hobby, and you just want to enjoy making videos, talk about stuff that you care about, right?
Well, correct. And so I think that, so even when you're talking about like when a video failed from a business perspective, so I would agree with you that from a business perspective, you can have videos that have objectively failed, but I even think that you have to be careful trying to psychoanalyze why a video failed, because so you can get it wrong really easy. It can be the case that, let's say that like a video does does badly, and you're like, man, I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to play detective. You just don't have all the information, and you can never really know. You have to guess. You honestly, Kaiser, you have to agree with me here. Sometimes you have to guess, or no, all the time you have to guess on why a video did poorly. Sometimes it's the thumbnail, and you're gonna, if you think it's because your video was bad because no one cared about it, and then you change something when it was really just the thumbnail did bad, then you're screwed. Like if you change your whole content when really you should have just changed your thumbnail, and trying to know that it's your thumbnail is impossible. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to be really careful when looking at analytics.
It is not. It is absolutely not impossible to. Listen, I have been at that point where a video was performing at the. For those who don't know, YouTube ranks your videos out of 10. Like if it's performing poorly, it tells you. And I have been there where some of my videos have been at a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 for the first like 3 or 4 hours when it was out. I changed the thumbnail, and it then rose to a 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. My Golden Glow video, for example, where I talked about the story of Golden Glow. I must find a screenshot of the graph in YouTube Studio. It performed horribly. I changed the thumbnail, and it performed well. So it is absolutely possible to figure out.
No, it is, but no. So it's
why a
absolutely
video
possible
is-
to guess correctly. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not, but it is a guess.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying that you have to be careful is because I think that for not just you, because you've been doing this for a while, and I think that you know this, but like for anybody that is a content creator that is just getting started in content creation, I feel like you have to be really careful when trying to analyze stuff, because if you're like, oh, it's 100% the thumbnail, and it wasn't, and you're like, oh, well, now I just thought that like all thumbnails have to be doing, like you can make really bad and faulty conclusions off of that information, because you have to understand every time that you're trying to figure out why a video did wrong, you are just guessing, firing in the dark, and sometimes you're right.
No, but
Like I'm
the
saying,
thing
like, you
is
can guess
that
right, but sometimes you are very wrong, and you can come to really bad conclusions.
no, but if you produce videos on a relatively frequent basis instead of just like doing one video every 2 months or something, you will get to the point where you can see patterns and use those in order to analyze where you might be constantly making mistakes in what kind of field.
You can
I'm
over
not
a
sitting
longer
here and
over a
saying that
longer
I'm.
period of time.
Listen, I've been doing this shit for 2 years and I have still not figured it out, but I'm sure as hell working on it, you know?
Well,
It's
because
like,
that's what I like. So, and also the reason I also don't like doing this too much is because
Mhm.
so not only are you always guessing, but there is this X factor called the black box of the YouTube algorithm. And sometimes
Opium.
there's a percent chance that no matter what, your video was just dead because the algorithm has decided perish, and that just happens.
no, copium.
It's not. It's
I
like
call copium on this one.
I'm not saying it's a massive percent. Sometimes the YouTube algorithm don't like. Not even YouTube fully understands how the black box works with their algorithm. 'Cause it's
Funnily
the way that
enough,
works.
one
But
of
yeah.
my videos actually had that problem. Wait,
Or like sometimes it could be the opposite. Sometimes the black box of the YouTube algorithm goes, "You live today," and boom, all the way up to the ceiling.
back then when
Hmm?
I made gameplay video like 1 year ago, I made like one video and it only have like 7 views. 7 views right now. Like next to next to them, like the video next to them had like 100 views average, and this one only had like 7. Back then I was like confused, like why?
Well, so and I think that the same way that you say it's copium, that it's sometimes you just get unlucky. I think that it's copium that you or that anyone can understand a black box algorithm that YouTube themselves doesn't. You can vaguely understand trends. You can like vaguely understand stuff, but sometimes, like the same way that like there's a 1% chance to pull a gacha character, there's sometimes a 1% chance the YouTube algorithm just is doing some whack shit. It's just odd one.
You know what? Let's use this analogy. I actually love that analogy. Let's say like let's go by Genshin rates. What's the Genshin rate for a high rarity character?
I think it's 0.8.
0 point.
Yeah,
0
0.8.
point.
Okay, let's take Arctic.
Isn't it 0.02? Isn't it
I have no idea.
0.2?
I have no idea.
2? Wait, any one particular.
It
Anyway,
is. Let's say
I think
the
it's 3% for Arctis, right?
2, I think. No,
It's 2?
it doesn't feel. It doesn't fucking matter.
Anyway.
If you have let's say there is a certain rate up for a video performing well, right? You have the chance to access a pity system on YouTube. If you, let's say the rate for a video performing well is a 6-star rate, 2%. If you then start investing time into figuring out how thumbnails and titles work,
Your
if
pity
you
rate
then
goes up.
start you increase your gacha rate. And
Oh,
if you
yeah,
then
100%,
start
yeah.
to understand how your audience works, what they are into, then you can increase the gacha rate to such a level that it feels like you're playing Azulane and just getting SSRs every day.
No, but I think that it is. I think that it is unhealthy to not also accept that sometimes things just go wrong, because then you're always holding yourself responsible when sometimes it's not your fault. Like I understand that like so here's a funny little story. Okay, to go again. Let's move it over here. Did you know that Fire Emblem lies to you? I don't know if anyone knows this.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem, the hit chance, if you've ever played Fire Emblem, it actually lies to you. The way that Fire Emblem works is because humans if you ever played XCOM instead of Fire Emblem, humans are very bad at judging percentages. Very bad. They will see 90% to hit, and they in their mind they go, "That's a hit." Right? When you see 90% to hit, you go, "That is guaranteed to hit." But 90%,
100% hit,
yeah, 90% is 90%. It's not 100. Those are different, and humans are very bad at judging that. And that's why XCOM, you get those memes where it's like 99% chance to hit and it misses, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? But in Fire Emblem, it feels like it hits a lot more. That's because, and I don't remember when, I think it was Awakening when they started to do that. But Fire Emblem actually works differently, where they'll roll the roll twice, and then take the higher result or the lower result if it's below 50. So that more often than not, if it's a 90% chance to hit, it's actually like a 95 or a 99, which is much more likely to actually hit.
If it's below
yeah.
50, if it's like a 20%.
Yeah, it's probably gonna miss. It's probably gonna miss if it's below 50. It's probably gonna hit if it's above 50. Because humans are really good at gauging like generals, but when it comes to specifics, 90 does not equal 100, and that's just the way it is. Sometimes you just miss a 90%, and if you don't accept that, you're always going to be sitting there like, man, what could I have done better? Like, man, oh man, like it was a 90% to hit. I don't understand. Like, why did it happen? And like you're just like eating yourself alive when you take responsibility for every single thing that you do. Sometimes life just happens. Stay la vie. You know, it is what it is. Live and let live.
You can call me. You can call me cringe for disagreeing with that, but I think that how do I put this? It just is better. I have to think about how to phrase this, but listen, there is a reason why Super Apex Wolf uploaded a video called What the Internet Did to Undertale, instead of calling the video I read a bunch of Undertale fanfictions and talk about the ones I like and the ones I dislike.
Oh, your mic is messing up a little bit.
It's boomy.
It entered the hell dimension.
Is it better now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
It was experiencing a
No,
mental
and again,
boom.
like I would say that like
You can put the specialist on again.
Comparing it again to like the pity rate, like editing again, anything that you can do. So like, oh, you edit the thumbnail and it's better because you know what the thumbnail, you know what things thumbnails want over a long period of time. You can edit the title because it's better, right? Again, that's upping your pity rate, upping it up. But I'm saying that you're never going to get it to 100% because the YouTube black box, you can never fully understand. You know, exactly. And I'm saying that like if you don't fully accept that there's a small chance, even when you know what you're doing, there's a small chance things could just go wrong and you're always trying to take responsibility for yourself, that can get you into a really negative mindset. And this isn't just with content creation. This is with life. Like sometimes things just go wrong and it's not always your fault. And you can accept that and you can just move on, right? Like you can go, well, I don't exactly know why this didn't do well. I tried my best and that's okay. And you just move on to the next thing. And like maybe you come back and learn from that. Maybe you try to come back and you go, oh man, maybe now that I've done a whole bunch of other videos, I now understand that like the thumbnail probably wasn't good for that, or the title wasn't good from that. But I'm saying like don't hole yourself, don't dig this hole where you're like, I need to find out what was wrong.
But trying to look at your mistakes does not always mean that you fall into a hole, bro. Like, especially, it should be done like you said it, right?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, bro. It's like,
no, it doesn't.
You just have to be aware of your mistakes.
I know a lot of people in life that have this problem, and maybe that's why it's judging my it's flavoring my opinion. Like I know a lot of people that do this to themselves, not just in content creation, but in life in general. Yeah, like they'll something will go wrong in their life. They have no control over it. Or like they in theory had control over it, but it's like sometimes like you just get fired from your job and it just kind of sucks because of the economy. It's like what the fuck are you supposed to do about that, right? It's like I don't know, I guess. And it's like they'll dig themselves in the hole like, oh man, what could I have done better? Like what could I have done better? What could I have done better? This is my fault, etc. And like that's just like a super negative mindset that you can get yourself into. And I'm not saying like again, everything is a gray scale. On your side, in the same exact way, don't be super like, you know what? Nothing's my fault. I can't improve everything. YOLO, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's just up to the whims of the universe. I'm saying that like you have to have a balance between these two. Like, you have to, at the same exact time, try to always improve on yourself while accepting that sometimes life just happens and you just gotta move on, right? Like sometimes you don't know why that video did badly. It's okay. Make another video. Don't dig yourself into a hole trying to figure out why this did badly. I don't think you have an obligation on every video to go like, I'm gonna find out why, and I'm gonna fix it. Like
then again, you also need to. Then again, people need to learn how to. In order to work that way, I think people need to learn acceptance as well, because if a video fails and you just do the next video in the same style, the same kind of video, and it fails again, and then you do the next one in the same style, and it fails again, and it
No,
fails
true.
again,
At some
and
point
you
they're
do
gonna have to.
10
Yeah.
continuous videos, then that's just being a sociopath, bro. Like, you need to be aware of the fact that sometimes if something doesn't work, stop doing it.
Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? Oh God, I missed Far Cry 3. Oh, where did we go wrong? Anyway.
Wait, what?
Here's a question.
did you
Here's
not
a
get that
question
right?
I
No,
kind of
sorry,
want to
no.
ask. Here's a question I kind of want to ask.
Yeah.
How much? How big is the percentage do you think for like trends? Affect like
Yeah, I can't tell you that
It's-
percentage. It's somewhere between 1 and
It's
10.
impossible.
It's somewhere between 1 and 10, I guess. Maybe 1 and 5. Maybe it's smaller than I think. It's a small percentage. That's why I'm saying that, like, so like, I've always used like the gacha rate system as a comparison. Like, you should not think that the black box is like controlling everything, right? But sometimes, sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes a trend changes right as you make a video and you eat shit. Like, it's just
Yeah, but
it is what it
But
is.
then
You
again,
know,
I
like,
will also say. Then again, I will also say that it is kind of your responsibility to read your target audience. Like, for example, let's say on the day that Spectre Alta released, we just have a big anniversary,
and you make a video
and
about
on
like
that day,
and
I don't know about like I don't know the release of Silver Ash or some bullshit,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't make sense. Then I uploaded a video that was predestined to fail, and I can't be angry at the fact that nobody fucking watched it. You need to be able to kind of read the room, I guess, which honestly is not that difficult. You just have to look at what the rest of the community is doing, what they talk about in your comment section, blah, blah, blah. And
Well,
you can figure that
it can
out.
be a little bit difficult
but, like,
because videos take
depends,
so
right?
long. So like you can like let's say that like there's
Yeah.
a trend, like a meme
Yeah.
happens, like that goes viral in the Arknex community, for example, and then like you're like, oh no, my videos take 15 hours to make, and I
Yeah,
have 15 hours to
bro.
make to post this
Like-
video.
Yeah, I know it. Like when new memes drop, like, oh no, my time has come.
Yeah, so you have to get on that because the internet moves so quickly, right? Like so like things with like
Like, that's
Spectre,
also-
we knew Spectre was
The
coming out
problem
for a
is
long
that,
time,
like,
but like yeah.
There's like a problem with that, because like most of the memes, I don't know how to say it, but like most of the memes are not even funny.
True.
That is
Yeah, go ahead.
unironically true.
Have you seen the
I
status
guess
meme?
that
The new status meme?
The new status meme.
What,
oh.
Texas status?
Yeah, Texas status, Lapidus status, whatever the fuck that is.
Tell him, Barra, tell him.
No, like okay, I can't really say this because I also make like shitty shit posts, but come on, that's like really generic. Like you
Yeah, I
just put
agree.
like green screen to it, like
Or
just find a sus
I've
sus
never
video and just like
I
slap
won't.
it.
I won't lie. I've never liked the like the Powerpuff Girls, and I think they changed this to like the Little Nos memes, where it's just like a whole bunch of like, this is how X is, and then it's like the Powerpuff music in the background. I think those memes are. I don't think that a lot of them are funny. I think a lot of them are just like they're like a whole bunch of random stuff. And it's like you watch it more because you want to see what they say about your favorite waifu in Genshin or whatever. And less because it's funny. You're like, oh, I wonder what he says about Ganyu and her thick thighs. But and then you get to it and you go,
Ganyu sure has thick thighs.
yeah, and you get to it and the video it says
funny and
and it says Ganyu has really thick thighs, and then it shows like a picture of thick thighs. You're like, yeah, and then you smile and you like the video. It's
Yeah.
like yeah, I mean, I guess.
Funny enough,
That's
I
also
kind
a
of
reason
like
why I'm
slander.
like,
I kind of like
that's what I was
slander
also
memes.
You like
saying.
the slander
I don't
meme.
like
Ooh.
slander. I said I don't. I was about to say I don't like slander.
I kind of like slander memes that actually slander.
True. Yeah, if they actually slander it instead of just
Yeah,
like no.
Some are
If
just
it's
very
yeah,
descriptive.
if there's
They
yeah
just
no
describe
true.
what somebody
Yeah.
is doing.
If it's some shots taken, I respect that. All right. I always respect the drama
Yeah.
channels. Well,
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that, but
Especially if it's something insightful that people don't usually say, you know?
Bro,
No.
you can't fire shots in the Arknights community. That's unrelated. It's not possible because everybody is so nice. Like, you can't start beef with anybody here. That's a problem.
watch me.
Okay, Dio, who's the
That
worst
a
Arknights YouTuber?
No, wait a minute. No, wait.
You said
boy,
start beef. Come on, dude. We're
Boy, we
waiting.
are getting cancelled.
The worst Arknights content
Ah.
creator. Oh, I know who the worst Arknights content creator is. One that I haven't
Don't
heard
name
of.
yourselves. That's such a.
Oh, no. I was gonna say one I haven't heard of. Easy. There, I named
Oh,
them.
Jesus
One
Christ.
I haven't
Okay.
heard of.
There-
Get owned.
There are like a lot of newer content creator.
Probably. Dude, there was a really good one. Oh god. There was one I'd never heard of that had like 1K subscribers that made a cool ass video. I don't know who they are. No, I can't find them. It's so sad. Anyway. Guy that has 1.5K YouTube subscribers that makes Archetype content, you're awesome.
Okay, guys, I need to get like 1.5K right now.
God, I wish I could remember who they are, but yeah, they made an awesome Arcanite video, and I can't find them anymore.
Some people are not aware of the fact how many Arknights YouTubers there are. There's like 40 with
Oh,
over
yeah.
10,000 subscribers, and
Wow.
like easily 100 with over 1,000.
The Arcanite community is
Yeah.
booming. It is rather
Mhm.
impressive to see Arknights continue to do this well, purely out of how good their game is. Like the game good,
Mhm. Game good.
game good.
Hey, this
People
I
play
don't
game
think
good.
Go play game good.
We love Arknights. We love
Oh,
Arknights.
I guess we love Arknights in the chat. Oh.
I
Yeah,
mean, the game is pretty good.
Arknights is fucking awesome, bro.
it is. I've said this
It's
before.
definitely
It is.
one of the best gacha I played.
It is unfortunately, in my opinion, the best gacha on the market. I say unfortunately because though it's the best, Genshin is the most popular. Anyway,
Oh boy, sure do love
Gonna
your
lie,
Genshin
I kind of like the fact that Arknight isn't the most popular one.
so there is also
Why?
there's this like I kind of like how small the Arknights community is, so
gacha
that it's
game.
not I kind of like how
Yeah,
there's like a comfiness in knowing that the Arknights community isn't like big, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like like a little small.
gatekeeping. I see.
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't gatekeep other people.
I'm joking. I'm
from
joking.
joining- I know, but like, there's like this comfy attitude to having a niche hobby. Like, Monster Hunter was always kind of niche. And so when World came out, and everyone got on it. There's this small feeling of like, oh no, my baby. Like, you're kind of proud that it's grown up to be this like big thing. At the same time, you remember having to go to like 2-person forums where you would talk about Mizutsune and how awesome they are. So like, there's this like mixed feeling. You're like, you know who Mizutsune is? I gotta show you. Mizutsune is awesome. So is Inogur. All right, no, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Okay.
I love Monster Hunter too much. Oh no, Kaiser died. Oh no, what's Kaiser? Was Skorak? Wait, I thought Kaiser died.
No, I didn't die. I'm here.
Welcome back,
Skorak
Skorak.
is back.
So you know that thing that like happens lately that sometimes so when an event happens in a Discord server, it will give you a notification,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
will look the same as if you have a ping,
Mhm.
right? And you're like, okay, let's click it to get the ping out of
And
the
then
way.
you
so I
join
don't
the-
have to do it later. Yep, that
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Discord's pushing their new event system pretty hard.
I can now
It's-
do Discord things on mobile, the one where you can play like party games in voice chat and stuff.
Oh, they just have that to
Oh,
play.
If you
wait.
ever have.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
nice.
guys! I actually have Nitro. We can play activities
We
that
can
is
play
like
activity.
Nitro.
Oh hell yeah.
if we ever have another filler arc on our other collaboration project, there you
Oh,
go.
that's,
Yeah, the
that's
other
actually,
one.
that's actually a good idea. Anyway, cool. Okay, I think we've said everything that we need to say on that. So, scheduling. Moving to the other half of this video.
Oh,
Oh god!
Ooh,
Let's go.
scheduling. I'm so good
You
at
know-
scheduling. Hee hee.
Let's be honest.
Bye, all.
Which one of us here is actually qualified to talk on scheduling?
I think
Scheduling.
none of us are qualified.
Notably,
I fucking love scheduling. What are you guys
for a
talking
little bit of background information, I came 2 hours late to recording this.
Ah, yes.
Scheduling. In my defense, it was because of the time changes, but
about? Time shift, yeah.
scheduling.
Let's start the topic like this. Do you guys have big schedules for your channel where you plan like the next couple of weeks ahead? And you plan out what videos to release when?
I don't have it scheduled at like a few, how do you say it, like a few weeks after that. I only have scheduled
Mhm.
for like a few videos after, not like I don't count days because
Yes.
I know I'm pretty lazy at editing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
okay.
that my schedules are kind of chaotic, and so I'm the same as Para. I know what the next 2 videos I'm going to be making are. The Goku Shrine video might be canceled, but I know that like my next video is going to be Arknights is dying, and then after that, I want to work on another project I don't talk about yet.
Not gonna
Because
lie,
I'm
This
Dio.
man just dropped a hot
making
take and
making
Yeah.
making Arknight is dying at the anniversary. It's
ooh
and
true.
the
it's
Giga
animation.
chat.
it's it's kind of how do you say it?
Oh, don't worry.
Around time.
It's kind of a clickbait title. The
Don't spoil it.
yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's gonna be fine. I'm right. If you think I'm wrong, you're crazy. Anyway.
I see.
Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? But so I know like the next two videos, obviously I plan my streams ahead of time. Like tomorrow I'll be streaming the Nuzlocke. And so I know ahead of time what I'm doing, vaguely, but I don't plan out specific days because I can't.
Mhm.
Other than streams, like
Yeah.
obviously I know when I'm going to stream. But yeah, like for videos, it's like when I have the time. It'll happen.
Yeah, exactly. I also plan out streams, but videos is like
I do the
I think
exact opposite.
it kind of goes back again to like trend for me since Arknight's event usually only lasts for like 1 week. I
Yeah,
mean
it's
the
1 to 2
trends.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Since like after like the 1 week, CN will have an event and people will make videos about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
Also,
I still
it,
I have like 3 videos right now.
it's kind of rough.
in stock.
I remember Kooky talking about this a lot. It is really rough to not have a CN account. Because, like, when like, Texas Alter gets revealed, or spoilers, I guess. Texas Alter gets revealed or something like that in CN, everyone's talking about it. They're like, oh, awooga, doggy mummy, ooh, and it's like, okay.
they're like, mm.
Yeah, and it's like, man, do I make a video about this now? Like, we're global. We're not.
Oh, another point to add to the pity rate of a video performing well. If you publish a video on the day where a big anniversary stream in Arknights is happening, it's not gonna exist. Don't do it.
True. Also, yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, you don't want to directly compete. You want to do it like the day before, the day after, or hype is still
You
in
could
the
probably
air.
do
But
it like after the stream. You could
yes,
probably
you
do
can
it
also
after
do it
the
after
stream,
the
and you
stream.
should be
Yes,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, after the stream, or fuck it, go to the next day, because otherwise, nah, bro, it's gonna be sad. But scheduling, I plan out every single day. Maybe later I can send a screenshot that you can edit into the thing or something. But I actually schedule every single day. Like when an event comes out, the first thing I do is sit down and brainstorm like 10 different ideas that I'm going to work on while the event is happening. And then I plan out on which days I'm going to release the videos. And best thing about it is I never managed to keep up with my schedule. And that's like not even once. Like for example, for the Spalta event, as we are talking, there were already 3 videos planned out that I wanted to have released during the event's duration, and I'm gonna be able to release the first one tomorrow. But the way I treat schedules is very differently to how normal people do it. Like
Want it to be like, are they like high goals that you kind of know you're not going to meet, but you want to? Yeah.
Yes. I set goals in order to work towards them, not in order to reach them. Because seeing the schedule and everything that I have planned out and this gigantic mountain of work in front of me, it makes me want to work.
Oh, super big.
It
Hold
just
on,
gets me
wait.
going.
Have you ever? So
Journaling.
This is going to be very weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Have you ever watched Fate Zero?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you have. Okay, so you are literally Iskandar, right? Like you are telling people to like not do what Saber did.
Yeah.
Background information. Awesome Giga Chat, Alexander the Great or Iskandar. In Fate Zero.
Fuck yeah.
One of my favorite
yeah,
characters
he is.
in fiction. Okay, his whole motto. So he is trying to reach the ocean of Okeanos because he never reached the ocean of Okeanos in real life. And he knows this. And he knew that he could never really probably do it, and he tries to strive for it anyway. And like that idea has always stuck with me a lot. Like the idea of a true idealism is knowing you can't reach utopia, but you always want to pin that little guiding star above you and then strive toward that, knowing it is impossible, but also knowing that every step towards that star is a step in the right direction, right? Because you know where you want to be at the end, and even if you don't make it, that's fine because you've made it farther towards that ultimate goal. Like
I guess
that's pretty important to me in
I
life in
guess it's
general.
kind of the philosophy behind that, but it's not because like the reason for why I started doing that. I started just making schedules just so that I have a schedule because I was like, okay, I want some sort of order to be on my channel. And I managed to actually keep up with my schedule like once back in fucking March of last year, where I made like 17 videos in 35 days. The last one of that being the
Oh my
fucking
god.
contest video for which I met you guys. So I actually that might have been the only time in my life where I was burnt out from making content. I took like a week off afterwards. And after that, I just never managed to keep up with my schedules, but I have just found that setting those expectations for myself, then work towards them, I can then make cuts, without feeling bad. Like at the end of the day, I can be like, okay, I didn't manage to make 7 videos while the event was out, but at least I managed to do like 3. So I'm happy with myself. I gave my best, blah. Let's move on to the next event.
No, exactly, and I think that like the only thing that you have to be careful with is trying to like a lot of people that so I've had actually large discussions about this before, other friends, and
Yeah.
they are the entire opposite. So remember what I'm talking about? I know people that can get dug down. A lot of people when they try to do what you do, they want to meet those goals, right? A lot of people fall into this trap of if they set really
First
high
mistake.
goals. Yes, exactly. If they set really high, well, they become Saber if you watch Phase Zero. Anyway, they set these really high goals and they think that they can make them, and it crushes them, right? Like I think that you either have to do one of two things with scheduling. Or goal setting in general, you either have to set really high goals knowing you're not going to reach them, or knowing you're probably not going to reach them. You're happy if you do.
Yeah.
Or you have to set low and consistent goals when you know that you probably will reach them if you try, right? You have to do one or the other, and you have to know what kind of person you are and which one works for you. Because if you get
Yes,
if you get
exactly.
them mixed up, you could be it's for some real heartbreak. you could mess up your life if you do the wrong kind of scheduling. Yeah.
Really quickly coming
Funnily
back to
enough,
motivation, actually, like I think the fact that I have through this scheduling just made content creation a part of my day-to-day life, where I check my schedule every single day in order to see what I have to work on, has also led me to just I guess make content creation a part of my day-to-day life. That's the best way of putting it through the scheduling. Sorry,
Hmm.
brother.
I hmm. Now I kind of forgot what I was gonna say.
No,
I was
no.
talking about. I think that you were talking about. I was talking about the two different kinds of scheduling: the low consistent goals that you want to meet, or the high goals that you strive towards probably won't reach. And you said and then I don't know if that jogged your memory at all.
Okay, I think I kind of remember. I never had those like high how do you say it, high goals or something like that. I only have the goals so I can remember like what videos I need to edit.
Yeah, good enough.
Open
Yeah.
up the wrong
I
video, start editing the wrong video.
No, funnily enough, if I edit the wrong video, I'll finish the video first. Then I'll edit the second one. Then I'll upload the second one first. Then the first one.
Working on multiple
It's
videos at the same time is impossible.
All right, Skorak, are
yeah.
you an Iskandar or a Saber?
Yeah, are you Iskandar or Saber?
Fucking Saber.
You're
Definitely
small
Saber.
consistent goals, I assume, or
I mean, I what? Sorry.
are you small consistent goals, or are you talking about are you full on Saber, where you like you aim for the stars, trying to reach them?
I am for the stars.
I
I am
see.
for the stars, trying to reach the stars.
I see.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my actions while I have been in this content creation thingy probably speak for themselves on that, right?
Yeah. By the way, plug. The link will be in the description to his Arc Knights Abridged. Go
It's a bridge, everyone.
go and give your sample down there.
Wait, funnily enough,
Even
I
one
actually
before
made a
that,
I
even
actually made the
Armas.
presentation.
A
I actually
presentation
made the presentation.
for
Yeah,
Armas Abridged?
remember Skark? Remember what you
Oh,
asked?
oh, yeah.
I actually made one.
Holy shit!
for the
you
Arc
really?
Knights Abridged.
Yeah, I actually made one.
Nice.
Wow,
nice.
all right.
But
Damn.
I was gonna show it like last week, but since we didn't have a session last week, I kind of don't know when to show it now.
Probably next
We'll
week.
show it next week. It's fine.
All right. So yeah, Saber.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
are
but, like,
Saber on every level except physical.
Definitely. I mean, on every level except physical, I am Saber. But yeah, no, I like even before the Arcanites are bridged, right? Even the Harmacists was an idea like this, you know? Like I've always tried to do the exceptional, and that is,
Then how do you react if you don't meet those goals? This is just generally speaking, not even on content creation, because if there's like if you have multiple small things and one of them fails, then you still have the other ones. But if you have one big thing and it fails, like
That's the danger of
How
being
do you handle
Saber.
that?
That's what happened to Saber. Spoilers. That's what happened to
That's what
Saber.
happens when you're Saber.
He doesn't take it well.
that's how fate law works. Who is a giggle?
Yeah, it in general, it could be really, really rewarding to have to be Saber, and also sometimes it could be devastating. Sometimes you're really sad and you're crying, and you fall in love with a dude named Shiro Emi. Don't worry, all you need
I
is your
would
Shiro Emi score. God, people
Bro,
that
I
don't know
would love
Fate,
to be a
people that
cute
don't know Fate are lost in this section.
Rob.
They're like, who the fuck
I
is
literally
Emu?
need a hero. I literally
Why-
need a hero.
Who is Emi?
Emiya Day, like a couple of it was like 1 week ago or something. Emiya Day.
The what?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
There's
Emiya Day.
Emiya
Yeah,
Emiya
there's
Day.
a national Emiya Day. Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't 1 week. It was a little while ago. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks. But yeah,
I need a hero.
I need- Oh, I love it. It's always
Wow.
so good.
Bro, I would love to be a cute blonde girl like Saber, but sadly my bicep is too huge.
Doctor, my biceps are too. I want to be Saber, but the sound of my biceps clapping keeps alerting the cards. Oh no. Scheduling. I'm really bad at scheduling these videos.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. At least for me, it's like I am doing this to do something. I don't know if this is gonna sound arrogant, but like to do something exceptional. You know, I don't want to do something that someone else has done before, or like even if they have, right? Like I want to do something and put like enough of myself in everything that at the end of the day, people are gonna be like, "Wow, this guy was cool. Like he did cool shit."
Oh, now I remember. Okay. Shit. Thank you, Squark. Now I remember what I was gonna say. Now I remember. Thank you. So where was I? Fuck. Where was I?
Can't.
Oh,
How does that happen?
Joseph Kebab is messing up your brain. What is in there?
Oh my god. We have
I don't
literal
know, nuggets.
We have Saber and Nightingale over here. Where am I? Para, do you remember your own name? Do you remember you were 7 Para?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
Don't
if I asked you use arts damage?
Wait, who is your Argnite's wife? Oh man.
Okay, that's actually a good question. Who's
Wait,
your,
what?
We side
No,
note
no.
You
completely.
forgot Quora?
First
No,
of all,
because here's the thing. I don't think Quora is a waifu. That's the thing.
oh, true. She's more of like a daughter-ru, as people would say. God, I hate that word. Anyway.
I don't think of her as a
really
daughter.
fucking creepy, by the way, fam.
I don't.
Yes, it
I don't
is.
think of her as a daughter.
Well, it's not.
I mean, there's a
also,
difference between.
Yeah, there's a difference between waifu
No,
and
there's
wife.
just and favorite character, bro. Like
Yeah, you could probably say it's favorite character.
Like
The
Kalsit
baseball
is my
bat.
most favorite character. I would not want to touch her.
It's musty. Blue
Yeah.
tongue.
You could probably insert the Mostima copy pasta here.
No, I'm not going to do that.
There's a what?
Square
Wait,
Enix,
you
Scheduling-
haven't
and
heard
you
the,
don't know.
you haven't heard the Mostima copy pasta?
No.
Of course you know.
Correct.
Wait, let me pull it
Oh,
up.
we're gonna
Wait,
educate you once.
alright. What did you think I meant by blue tongue?
I don't know. She has a blue tongue. What was I supposed to think about it?
Wait, does she? Does she
Oh.
actually?
No.
No.
Either crushed my dreams. We'll talk about that later. You know, we can talk about that after the stream.
No, I remember. Now I remember. Now I remember what I was gonna say. Okay. Back then, I had schedule, basically a weekly schedule since I followed the Arknight event. So
Mm-mm.
basically, if I don't finish the video, I'll just like cut the unfinished part and just like upload it. It's like a
Interesting.
very bad. It's a very bad way to upload content, but yeah.
I will never do that. I will miss my deadline 100% out of 100 instead of uploading anything. That's just like a thing that I want to do, which is why my things get delayed.
I think that wouldn't work for my videos. Like, imagine if I just make a video called "The Full Story of Horns" and I just start in the
this is my horror,
The
and then
full
just
story of
every
horrors.
ends.
I
Oh,
think
that
your
is when
your
horror
type of
just
videos
stops.
is kind of, I don't know how to say it.
.exe
Should
videos,
be
.exe
yeah.
videos can be like cut off at the end.
I don't like wanna compare to like others and like say, oh, because I make .exe videos, it's like harder and you should like respect me or something like that. I'm trying to say like what like Kaiser types of videos is like pretty fun to like create. You just like speak. You just speak to like OBS and like
Yeah.
put it and add some like background gameplay.
Bro,
Yep.
it is actually fascinating to me. I've been recently trying to like up my editing level, like piece by piece. It's still not like perfect, but I'm trying to. It is insane, like how accepting people were of that disgusting editing in like my old videos. Literally, there was only like a watermark, fucking Pornhub colored subtitles,
and
looping background gameplay.
1-7 looping over and over again.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
was one.
And,
Yeah,
like,
there was one video. I was like, "Is this just 1-7 looped over and over again?" Okay, guys.
and like one PNG of the operator I'm talking about in the corner, and people were taking that, you know.
Hell yeah!
I think the reason that people took your videos is that because
that's the only
they
place
were
they
in
got
it
their lore.
Yup.
yeah, they were in it for like your lore.
It's nerf
rather
for
than-
nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there's Lolly right now, but Lolly haven't uploaded the content since
Well,
like a few months, I think.
I can understand why nobody wants to make videos on this sort of shit. It takes so much time.
It takes time to
Just
research.
like-
Yeah.
Research, but also
think-
like just sitting down and writing all of that stuff. Like, you are limited by how fast your fingers are.
If you get something wrong, then the Reddit will be mad at you. Anyway,
Oh no, the Redditors.
listen. All right, I use Reddit sometimes, and sometimes I wish I didn't. It's not the worst social media site, but you know, it is what it is.
It's
I
not
used
Twitter.
to.
It's
I used
not
to-
Twitter.
oh,
But
no.
so full side
Why do
track.
the
Have you-
worst
have you heard the
websites
news?
have the best
And,
art on them?
and
though?
so
It's
I
all
pray. And so I pray. Please, Elon, burn down Twitter. Please do
Yes.
it. Kill it.
Have you-
Kill it.
Also,
Destroy
Whatever
it.
you're
Have you
doing
heard-
right now? Keep
have you
doing
heard-
it.
Kill it.
Have
Please
you heard
destroy it.
Have you heard that Twitter? Soon Twitter will have. You have to pay to use
Yeah,
Twitter.
I've heard a whole bunch. We don't need to get into it. All I want, please destroy it. Please, whatever you're doing,
Just keep doing whatever
it.
you're
Wait,
doing.
do it to
Wait,
to
don't
11.
destroy it.
Amp it up. Destroy it.
Wait,
Burn it
don't-
all down.
Wait.
We need
Wait,
to.
don't
We need to.
destroy
We
it.
need to rebuild from the ashes. We have gone too far.
wait,
do
don't
you mean
destroy it.
Where I'm gonna get my
Don't
art
destroy
from,
Destroy
bro?
Twitter.
Yeah.
Destroy Twitter.
Go to Dan Brew.
Where
It's
am I-
okay. You can use Dan Brew in
I
the
don't have a
meantime.
Pixiv account, bro.
You can use Pixiv. Yeah, use Pixiv and use Dan Brew. It's okay.
Me and Kaiser is gonna be in shambles.
Yeah. Bro, Pixiv is a cursed website, by the way, but let's not get into that.
the
horrible.
ads are fucking cursed. I swear to God.
Oh, Pinterest.
So,
We also use
scheduling?
Pinterest, but anyway, yeah. Scheduling.
Pinterest is also really good. I discovered Pinterest.
I used Pinterest back in my Geometry Dash but not
I mean,
not now
it's,
anymore.
it's Pinterest, Danbaru, and whatchamacallit, Pixiv. Those are the main three that I use to find art when
me,
I'm
it's
doing like
Discord.
D&D. What? How?
Discord.
What?
Discord?
I am because
What?
of your
Discord?
server.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Wait, do you
Not
actually?
to
Do you,
cause any shit, but I opened your NSFW channel on your Discord server once,
Oh,
and
no,
the
no,
first
no,
things
no,
that I
no,
saw
no,
was
no.
furry stuff,
Oh,
and I
no, no.
left.
I never- Don't talk
No.
about the NSFW
Yeah.
channels. We don't. They don't exist. Okay, I am convinced
Yeah.
that they don't exist. When I see it, I pretend I do not see.
I don't
Whenever I see them on, whenever I see them on any,
Whenever
whenever I see them on any Discord, I pretend I do not see.
You mean you're not going there? I thought. Were we talking
You
about
thought
different
what?
forms of art? I thought you were
No.
saying that you use Z for that sort of art.
No. When I get like
No.
no. What? Wait,
Like
why?
regular art.
What? Yeah,
Ah,
like regular
okay.
art. Well, because
What?
I need a lot of art for like D&D and stuff like that. So like when I'm getting tokens
Ah,
for
okay.
D&D, I'll use
Yeah,
those
I get.
websites.
Oh, we were
I guess
talking
we
I
were
need,
about
talking
I
about
art.
need,
different things.
Yeah, I
I
was
need
talking
Oh,
about
art
regular
for
yeah.
stuff.
shit posts.
Okay, I thought it was like, what am I gonna replace Twitter with in terms of like a social media website, not
Oh
art?
no, no. Oh no, we're not talking to each other.
No.
We are not talking to each other. That was
We were
funny.
talking about very different things.
That
bro.
was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, we are talking in like different planes of existence.
Yeah. Kaiser's on the most base plane of existence. Talking about, not just talking about art, talking about art.
I hope that gets burned down, bro, because I want to cut this shit out of my life. I just keep coming back to it.
You keep coming back to it.
Yeah, and then I keep coming.
Twitter.
No, cut it out.
Twitter. Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, for art, it is okay. You know what? Technically, my answer for art is gonna be as cursed. I use Google Images.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Whoa. Wait. You mean just like normal art, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Oh. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
No,
For regular
I-
art, I just use the art
I
channel on
thought
the
you
Hamas
actually
server.
like
They
look it
post
up.
nice stuff.
yeah. No. So I used to use Google Images, Skorak, but like it just like not consistent enough a lot of the time for me. Like when I want something, like you can't just type in like I can't just type in like blonde anime boy and get what I want. Like it's just doesn't work there, but it works on some of the other websites.
No,
Again, I'm not
that's fair
talking
enough.
about normal art here. Don't listen.
I got multiple sauce dealer. No, look.
You got what?
I got
The sauce dealers.
yeah.
What's up?
What do you mean you
Uh,
need dealers, bro? Just grow it yourself.
No. Here's the
Throw
thing.
the
Is,
sauce in your backyard.
when
With some
I'm
nice
saying
marinara.
sauce, when I'm saying sauce, it's not like those type of shit, but like general like art.
Yeah, normal art. Yeah.
Yeah. Normal art. I have people that send me like blue archives. There's like Arknights. There's mostly most of the gacha I played, like Genshin, Alchemy Star, Azure Lane,
Yeah, shout out.
Arknights.
Oh, by the way, hold on, Skorak. You have to realize how confused I was, by the way, because I was talking about where you get like art for D&D, and you're like, I use Discord. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Anyway, sorry, continue.
Excuse me, what? Yeah, no, I get that. I get how that would be confusing.
What were you saying, Kaiser?
Yeah, shout out to the art channel on the Hamas Discord server. You guys post nice stuff.
Oh,
Keep being
true.
awesome. That's like the only channel on the server that I actually lurk in like every day.
Look at the art channel, looking for new lewds of.
Yeah. I don't need that server.
Lewds of semblance.
I love how like Poloisu actually commissioned that.
Wait, he commissioned it? I don't think it was commissioned.
No,
I think
no,
it just
it
happened.
was a member of the community.
No, I think it just happened.
It was a member of the community.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh,
who it
it's Lumina. Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, okay. Now
Okay.
it makes sense. Okay, now it makes sense.
Some people are going to be very confused about what we are talking about right here.
Yeah, we were talking about the harm assist. Talking about the other. Anyway. Anything else that we want to talk about in regards to motivation or scheduling?
Virgil.
Motivation. I'm motivated. Virgil Undertale. Yes.
Virgil Undertale. Easy.
I think for motivation, the like half of the war is just opening the editor.
Yep. As always. Yeah. Opening the editor. Opening Google Docs.
Yeah, like once you open the editor, you already won basically.
Yeah, you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Living
No.
on a plane.
You have like what 75% already since you already opened it.
Okay, bro, now you're overdoing it.
Ah, but that might
No,
be true. I just...
That's the problem with me. Like I can probably finish the videos in like 3 to 2 days, but the problem is that I won't open the editor. I have like what 3 gacha games I'm playing right now. I'm
I have
playing
something to
one.
talk about.
I'm playing one
Terra mentioned.
round. I'm playing one right now as we speak.
Jesus, thank you for the respect.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's an auto game, so don't worry, relax.
But I'm glad
It's another game, guys,
we've
it's
switched
fine.
out the insane box gambler for the 7 parent gambler. Always rolling on Gacha every second of the day.
Oh yeah, he. Whew.
But since Terra mentions it, in terms of hours, not days, but hours, how much time do you guys spend on videos on average, more or less?
Every day, it's hard to say.
Every
No,
yeah,
no,
every
Yeah.
I'm not
time.
saying. No, I'm not saying every day. Just like
Oh,
for
per
a video in
video.
general, the
Per
total sum.
video.
Yeah,
Between 15
Yeah.
and 24.
sounds about right. Yeah,
I
genuinely the same.
Yeah, I'd say I'm
That's the
definitely more on the
thing.
like 3
That's
to
the
4
thing.
mark because I don't
Because
edit.
you don't edit, yeah.
3 to 4 fucking upload dailies, and Jesus Christ,
Well,
I wish I was there.
just because he doesn't
Eh,
edit doesn't mean that someone else
probably-
doesn't edit it.
Yeah.
Actually, has to
I
edit
probably
My editors are edited
took,
automatically.
I probably took like 20 hours, probably.
Yeah, so it's about the same for all of us, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
15 to 20.
It's also yet like
Either 20 or 12. I'm not sure.
Why don't you update daily?
Yeah, I have-
Raxy screaming in the background. No, please.
wait, Squark. I have a brilliant idea. You have 2 brothers, right?
Yes.
Alternate them for editing. Put them in the editing modes.
No,
What?
rather than alternate them, use both of them.
Oh, true.
All right, so Para, that's what we're not
simultaneous.
doing. We're
the
not
power.
doing that.
Lock them in a room. You don't get out until you edit the video.
yeah, the
Think
first
of
one
it,
to
Squark.
finish the video gets out.
Think of it, Squark. Double the power.
Double the power.
Double the power.
That's how it works. Double the
Yeah.
power. The more people you
If your
lock in a
workers
room with a
don't work
computer,
enough, if your workers just don't work enough, just increase the work hours, bro. They're
Just
gonna.
increase the work. Your workers. Raxy, please don't watch this video. You get cursed.
Maxi, I'm sorry.
Damn, it's jokes. Man has a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
But like talking about time, I've also come to the conclusion that on average, for 1 hour of working, I get between like 30 seconds and 1 minute of content.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like for a 15-minute lore video is usually like 20 hours of work, which means it's a schedule of like uploading every 2 days. It's just impossible at this point.
It's between 1 hour, 1 hour real lifetime for between 30 seconds and 1, depending on exactly what's going on. Like sometimes it takes me 1 hour to do 4 seconds of content. That is what it is.
Mhm.
So, but on average, it's between 1 minute is 1 hour. I assume for .exe over here, I assume it's a lot more. So editing is nightmare for him.
I kind of don't want to say it like that since it's not really that different.
I mean, the videos are way shorter, though, right?
Well, the
Yeah,
time conversion
yeah.
is going to be the same, as well as going to be a lot
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
higher. Yeah, the time conversion is going to be a lot more rough, but it's only 3 minutes long instead of 15. It has to be.
The way you say it, it's like I'm here like saying, oh, .exe videos is like harder and something like that.
Just take more
No,
time
no.
at it.
Yeah.
The GigaCurse 15-minute long .exe video.
I mean, I can probably do that. Actually.
Oh no. My mind would be fried at the end of a 15-minute
You can do that,
.exe
but,
video.
like,
I mean, have you seen
cost.
Maxar videos?
Maxar videos aren't .exe. They get close sometimes, but
Yeah, they're not .exe, but they're like one of the few like inspiration I took.
Maxar, Maxar he finds a way to make the .exe format work for video essays. That has proven to be extremely successful with some audiences.
I mean, it's
hey,
funny.
With his fucking growth and like audience, he's made it. He found a formula, it worked. Congrats, Mhm. But like, I can't imagine making these videos is easy. Like,
No.
fuck.
Ooh.
They are not easy.
course not.
Looking at the editing that Maxar does for some of his videos,
Yeah.
I go, yikes!
Hell.
That must have
They
taken
are
a long
actually hell.
time.
I don't know. The
Ooh.
thing with editing is like, from what I've done, the little I've done myself, and like what I've seen for Axie, it's not like good editing is particularly technically difficult. The
No, it just
knowledge
takes
is
a
out there.
long
You just need the
time,
time
yeah.
to take it.
I-
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
it
need to be
takes a
built
really long time.
different
Take
to
a long
actually
time, yeah.
enjoy this tedium.
Yeah, it can be called tedium,
Making
yeah.
most kind of videos is not that difficult in theory. It is just like it's a simple concept, but actually sitting down and putting in the work, putting in the hours.
Honestly, I'm not
is
gonna lie.
take a
Staying
lot of
hungry
I
time.
and
won't lie.
devouring, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that that's most things in life. I think that most things are not hard, and people don't want to sit down and actually learn. There are some things that
Yeah.
are like there are some things that are actually really hard. I won't lie. Like, but I think like most people, if they wanted to, I don't remember where I heard this.
Yeah,
but
they could.
you don't realize how many hours there are in a day. If you sat down and every single day gave 1 hour, just 1 hour to learning almost anything, you could do it within like a year or
Yeah,
2 years.
absolutely.
Like within 2
It's
years,
just
you could learn almost anything if you do it for an hour a day. But people won't do
it's
that.
just
Yeah,
that some people are way too tired from work, other people are way
Yep.
too
Yeah,
lazy, and some people
yeah.
just lack the fucking discipline. Sit your fat ass down and do
Yeah,
something.
some
The random
people,
person watching this, get
It's
motivated.
not that simple, Kaiser. It's not that
sometimes
simple.
people
It
get
is
off.
that simple. I do
Sometimes
it.
people get off from a 9-hour shift at work, and they're like, "Nah,
Yeah.
I wanna play Genshin Impact." And they play Genshin Impact. They lose a
Then
whole
you
bunch of
might just
money.
go to
They lose
sleep, bro.
they lose their whole paycheck, and then they go to sleep and go to work.
But at least I got Ganyu.
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Sounds like
Sometimes you don't.
sounds like the average content creator for Genshin.
Yeah. All right. Well, are there any last words you wanted to say? I wanted to
Yeah.
say, get motivated. I'd say, as I said, if you put anything that you put your mind to, whether it's content creation or anything that you would
Yep.
want to do in your life, you can probably do it if you put in the time. Especially with the advent of the internet, there are a lot of different resources to learn what you want to do. But the
Yes.
answer is probably out there. You probably don't need to go to college to get it a lot of the time. Especially if you could do it as a freelancer. This is the golden age of freelancing. Go out and you can probably learn to do whatever skills that you want to do. However,
very, very
also
quick tangent.
on the other side of that, be careful. Understand that not everything in the world is your fault. Accept some things. Move on. You just got to keep moving forward, right? Like that's my main thing.
Until
So
all your
don't-
enemies are
yeah,
dead.
keep-
No,
yes,
don't
keep-
do that.
keep moving forward, yeah.
Don't do that.
You just keep moving forward, rip and tear until the job is done.
Very quick tangent on the topic of resources online, bro. Especially when it comes to content creation, there is
Sponsored
so
by
much
Skillshare.
information. No, fuck Skillshare, bro. You don't need to pay any money.
Sponsored by
Anyway.
NordVPN.
Anyway,
No,
sorry.
by KineMaster. Fuck all of you, bro. There are so many YouTube channels out there that just straight up tell you what to do in order to make good videos, fam. Like when it comes to, we talked about making experiences with titles, thumbnails, blah blah blah, and types of content. There are people who have done that work for you, and you can just watch their video essays and analyses on that. Just look up how to make a video, how to make a title, how to make a thumbnail, blah blah blah. And after watching a couple of videos, you will get the feel for it. Then download a free software and fucking get going.
Never
bro.
pay
Don't
money
wait.
for those videos, by the way. Side note.
Never
but, yeah.
pay money
Never-
for anything.
Never pay money for those videos, by the way. Don't do that. If they're trying to sell you something, it's bad. But anyway, if it's free advice,
Yeah.
take the free advice. If they're trying to sell you something, run.
Don't worry.
Right,
Okay,
Paris,
closing
or-
statement by everybody.
Yeah, but that was my
Uh,
closing statement was go out there, go get that money, get that mansion.
Okay, I have a
Probably,
different one.
probably from me is that you have to know that your first video is probably gonna flop.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Your first video is gonna be shit. Objectively.
Yeah, your first video is definitely gonna be shit.
A
But
lot of people are afraid to fail.
Yes, but you. apart from
here's the
your
thing:
streaming.
you don't have to compare it to like other people. You have to compare it to yourself. Like you have to compare it like, oh, what I did today from like yesterday, rather than compare it to like other people. For
Yes.
me,
It's the only person you are competing against is yourself. Facts.
yeah.
Especially with your first video, it's gonna be shit no matter how much effort you put into it. Just do it. Because in order to get based, you need to be cringe in the first place. You need to start somewhere in order to get somewhere. Bam.
Correct.
Oh, what do I want to say? Kids, do as I say, not as I do. Not gonna lie, being Saber is fun for certain people, right? If you legitimately think that is who I am, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't do anything, right? But usually it's smarter to be Iskandar.
Yeah.
Usually it's better.
Just get yourself a brother and turn him into an editor, and you're gonna be fine.
Get yourself a brother. Oh no, I can just imagine the awkward situations that's gonna cause. Anyway,
Mom, Dad, I need an editor.
I need an editor. Can you like real quick?
Mom, I need to get my grind.
I need to get my
What do you
grades.
mean it takes 9 months? What are you talking about?
You understand?
I can-
The event is almost already over. Come on, get to work.
I can imagine like there's like gonna be like one toddler being forced to like edit.
2-year-old. No, that's not who used Fusion, Timmy.
So-
All right, get that money, get that man shit. Find yourself a brother, lock him in an dungeon. All right.
to end the episode on a high, big shout out to my man Box 2. I also thought that Silver Ash was dealing arts damage. See you guys next time.
Can't believe it. There's
I
more
don't-
degenerates.
What?